Now the second skill, an ability to understand what is mentioned, المذكور, and what is hidden, المخفي. For example, if in the passage, in any passage, an information is mentioned, people are wearing coats and heavy clothes. These two sentences are mentioned in a passage, and you are asked, what is the season of the story? Definitely you know that it is winter. Why? Because people are wearing coats and heavy clothes. Definitely not during summer. The third cognitive skill, an ability to follow step by step details. Where is this? This is when there are passages that give instructions. For example, how to make cakes, how to go to the hotel, or passages that mention events. What event happened before the other or after the other? Here we have step-by-step details, and you might be asked in the exam to mention certain steps about certain events which happened in the or are mentioned in the passage. This is also an ability because you are required to follow these steps in the passage. The fourth ability is to skim. The word skim is important. The literal meaning of the word skim, المعنى الحرفي, is to take the fat from the milk. يقشد, ياخذ القشطة. But here it does not mean this. Here the idiomatic meaning, taking the important part, getting the gist. From where? From the passage. That is, to take or to distinguish or to identify the main point. Or sometimes to get the main point and to give a title to the passage. You were sometimes asked to read the passage and give a title. Now we come to the fifth cognitive skill, an ability to scan. جميعكم تعرفون جهاز السكان. The meaning of scan is to take a close examination. Close examination of what? Of the information in the passage. So, when you are reading a passage in a comprehension exam or when you are doing comprehension exercises, as if you are scanning the passage. تخليلها scan بالجهاز. This is also an ability. And you were doing this when you were first and second year students. The sixth cognitive skill is an ability to use language clues which are mentioned in the passage. The word clues. Clues generally mean any proofs, hints, and anything that may help you to understand the passage. Definitely anything that can help you, and it is mentioned in the passage. And the types of clues are many. For example, a grammatical clue, when you see the indefinite article an, and you have options, MCQ exam, definitely you would choose the word in the options that start with a vowel letter. This is a language or a grammatical clue. And I thought of an example which I found interesting. and it is mentioned in the PowerPoint. This is related to the example starting with after the Romans left. Well, if you look at this example and study it, you have options, 4 options: a decade, a century, 1,000 years, etc. How can you know that? What is the meaning of the millennium? You have the word millennium written in bold and underlined. How can you know how many years? Definitely it is 1,000. If you read the remaining of the example, Churchill wrote, etc., if you match between the word millennium in the first line and then the dates mentioned, 1900 to 400 years, if you take this out of this, the result is 1500. يعني طرح 1900 من 400 1500 سنة. So, if you go back to the first line of the example, a millennium and a half, 1,000 year and a half,